the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill, 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 Bill. Bill Nye, the science guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill, Bill, Bill.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill, 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 Bill. Bill Nye, the science guy.
So, what is momentum? Momentum is the force or speed of movement as of a physical object. It is represented by the formula momentum equals mass times velocity and is measured in kilogram meters per second. To demonstrate momentum, we will be showing a rolling marble. So to find the momentum of our rolling marble, we multiplied the mass by the velocity, and we got 4.8 times 10 to the negative 3 kilogram meters per second.
What is the conservation of momentum? The momentum of an object in a closed, isolated system is conserved. This is shown by the formula mass times velocity of object A after plus the mass times velocity of object B after must equal the mass times velocity of object A before plus the mass times the velocity of object B before. To demonstrate the conservation of momentum, we will be dropping a bag of rice on a rolling skateboard. To find the velocity of the rice, we calculated the momentum after the bag had been dropped, and we solved for the initial velocity of the rice. We calculated the velocity to be 7.5 meters per second southward. What is impulse?
Impulse is the rate of change of momentum, directly proportional to the applied force. It's represented by the formula change in momentum is equal to the force times the change in time, and is measured in Newton seconds. We can demonstrate this by kicking a soccer ball at rest. To find the applied force, we found the impulse of the ball and divided it by the time to get an applied force of 1.52 newtons.
What is elastic collision? It is a process in which objects collide and go off separately. We can show this by using the formula mass times velocity of object A after plus the mass times velocity of object B after, which must be equal to the mass times the velocity of object A before plus the mass times the velocity of object B before. We can demonstrate elastic collision by having two golf balls of equal velocity collide and go off separately.
To find the final velocity of the heavier golf ball, we found the momentum before the collision and solved for the golf ball's final velocity. We calculated the final velocity to be 1.28 meters per second.
What is inelastic collision? It is a process in which objects collide and stick together.
This can be represented by the formula the mass times velocity of object A before plus the mass times velocity of object B before must be equal to the mass of object A added to the mass of object B times the final velocity.
We can show this by having a car crash between Barbie and Justin Bieber.
To find the final velocity of the two cars together, we found the momentum before the collision and divided it by the combined masses. We came up with a final velocity of 1.95 meters per second.